Dad. Do-do-do. Time for some more madness. This music's so good. I could just like jam this. FPS. You have to give me the proper abbreviation name. Do you think this does something? It looks weird, but I'm pretty sure they're just the shells. No, I don't. You guys are so mean. I am very tired today, and I'm just not with it with sometimes. I don't play first-person shooters. I'm not that kind of girl, gamer. I like my RPGs. I like my stories. People are so mean to me. Hello, Heaven. We just swapped to Betsy's last reward. No, I don't play Halo. When I'm caught Dad playing Halo. Halo is boring. Plus, there's another thing I don't play shooters for, because when people are shooting at me, I panic. No. This is not the reason Lost picks on me. Hold on, just looking for something. Looks like we've got 9 switches. There's a little Thunderbolt icon up here. My guess is these are a bunch of power switches. They're all red. Does that mean they're all off? How about you try and flip some of them? Did you hear something? Yeah, I did. Kind of starting up sound. Ooh. These are from security cameras? I thought so. Hey, what about Tamioji Clover 4? Can you see them hanging there? my personal taste. Good luck on your test, Heaven. I just have personal taste. Ouch. One sec. Ugh. I need to take my earrings out. Okay. Is this a lion? What's it got on in its mouth? It's kind of a red button, right? It looks like you can push it. I can barely make out, but I think there's something carved on the surface. Wait, so is this lion eating the sun? Yeah. CC. Whatever. Right now, we need to focus on getting out of here. I'm gonna push that button. Is that okay? Yeah, sure. Whoa! The lights turned off. I guess the light switch. Ooh. Strange looking set of shelves. Hey, check it out. It's all lit up. Yeah, it's pretty colorful. Do you think it's a vent? Maybe. This shelf's all lit up, different shapes and colors. Ooh, what we got here? There are letters on the front of the step underneath the red line. These are the letters. Alright, so green. I don't mind some fighting games. It just depends. I love Soul Calibur. And I like how you can make your own characters. So, this is the green version. The suspense! I know, Christian. Did it work? Yeah, I guess so. Good job. Okay, well. Sure. Oh, it's that puzzle. Okay. Bioshock's not really my thing. Looks like Sarah's got something to do with that. You mean this icon? Right. What was that noise? Nothing happened on the screen. Look up. The one over your head. Okay. Hello, Tom. Is this icon supposed to be an hourglass? Touch it, find out. Right. I love this music. Yeah! Doosh. Ha! Got it. Not bad. There's another icon on the screen now. Yeah, there is. Hey, look! Screen change, huh? What the heck is this? There's a different word on each one. I guess we're supposed to shuffle them around until they make sense. Oh yeah. What, is the whole series ending in March? Or is it just taking a break? Wait, Sigma's not a girl. Also, no spoilers, remember. Squishy salad has arrived. Done. Good. That's all of them. Oh, well done. Would it really kill you to take that disdain down like 10%? Yes. Oh. Okay. Oh, I love Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. I own both of them. I grew up with them. I love those minigames. Alright. I was you. Will be me. Oh, that's sad, Sean. Yay! You saw an old comment of mine on one of your videos and it's 3 years old. Oh jeez. I got it memorized. So this is not one of the most difficult puzzle rooms in the game. This one's always simple enough. Alright. Dun. funny story with my Game Boy Advance SP. One day I was getting out of a taxi on holiday and I had it in my bag. I decided to slam my handbag in the door and it completely destroyed my Game Boy Advance screen. So instead of buying me a new one, my dad bought me a DS instead. It opened, so it did. Cards look familiar, different image though. I'm currently 249th now, Ollie, by the way. Jeez, the number one person has 30 million. They've got Tetsuya Nomura as their icon. He has 6 Scrooge McDucks. The lock for the door. It says lock. I'm gonna open it, okay? You ready? Yes, of course, then. Get on with it. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, the insanity begins.
Wait. I just realized something.
What's
When
that?
we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are, what they were up to, if they were alive, and so on. But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage. Are you following me?
Yeah. You're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
Yeah. I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Definitely. What do we do?
Leave that to me.
You know how to use this thing?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how. Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to. See?
Monotin billiard. Looks like this is it. Good
Knock
work.
it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
Dot dot. Dot dot. Wait, what the heck is this? No data?
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
No! Don't trade Kingdom Hearts! By
That
zero.
would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating. Well, footage could have told us a lot.
Yeah. It might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
Hey, what's this?
Want to open it?
Yeah.
It says Golem status.
That should be the system logs for those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah. You mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Everything here's been erased.
Looks
too.
like it.
I guess there isn't anything we can... Wait.
What is it?
There's a scroll bar. Try scrolling. I knew it. That golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean? I thought you told me Golem, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah, but he said that what passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. His brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his log?
Already on it. Here you are.
Then, try the one that says Kachi. These file names are just like random characters. Whatever, just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is probably from right after Kay decked us. We'll be tossed into the white door on the left in a minute. Just watch. Look at Kay, just like drag Sigma along the floor. Along the floor.
interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
Phi is amazing. Exactly.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah, we might be able to figure out who the killer is, maybe even who Zero Senior is.
Nice! Great work, Sigma.
Come on, I told you I don't need you kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. ... Poor Sean. We started through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That just leaves Tomioji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my app to continue, and then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and shaking, my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. And why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video on fast forward. What the hell is? Wait, could it be me? Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything is speeding up. Hey Sigma, what the heck's up with you? Look, there's a sofa over there. Why don't you lie down for a bit? I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. ... I woke up several minutes later. When I opened my eyes, the first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. Vi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Her voice sounded normal again, and she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening since seemed to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I see to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lot lost and found.
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in. Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I think I must have been getting tired. I'm kind of surprised it didn't catch up to me soon.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
For just a moment, I thought of Radical 6. But I didn't want to worry Fi if I didn't have to. Hey, Malix! It's been a while, how are you? Better stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured something out while you were resting. Come have a look at this.
What is
Footage
that?
from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
When was this recorded?
See you in a minute.
Up there on the right. That looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
No. It's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's K.
Yeah.
He looks like his bracelet. He looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
21 minutes. So that means the footage is from 21 minutes before the primary door was opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case, right?
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw us.
Right.
That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah. About a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait. How do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Huh? Oh, someone's coming in. Luna! Is that Clover behind her?
Yeah. This is 0 hours 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No, it's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there any audio track?
Want to listen to it?
What the hell is it?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey, they're gone. As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she was frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the edge of the screen. Is there another? Oh no, you said this was it.
Yeah, this is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours 12 minutes, another person comes in, just missing her.
Dio. ... He disappeared too, down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it. Remember what he said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the Floppy warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left it.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
And whatever it was, it happened during this time.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he's left in a
Maybe
hurry.
you heard a noise. The cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Wherever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at all. You have
And
to
then
wait to
Kay
see.
disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the
If
others.
Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here. 1 sec. Okay. You should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay and coming in from the bottom of the frame, and he's checking the time on his bracelet. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death. ...
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence, but it does suggest a very likely culprit. Who do you think it is?
I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours 1 minute, Clover and Luna entered the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours 10 minutes, they both move out of the frame. 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 0 hours 12 minutes, Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems like Dio was up to no good during this period. 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio exits the room. 0 hours 13 minutes 10 seconds, Kate enters the room. Kay disappears from the camera frame's field of view. At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. 0 hours 29 minutes, Kay enters the frame. He looks at the bracelet. It says 0:21, the remaining time until the primary doors open. ... There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... Clover.
What makes you think so? Luna could still have been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
That footage alone isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then the case against Clover gets a lot stronger.
And what is that element?
Dio's behaviour at the White Doors. Kay wanted us to enter the White Doors. I told him I wouldn't leave 3 people to die. Do you remember what Dio said?
Lose your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He obviously knew that you and I would be going through the door. Do you get it?
Yeah. He knew we had Luna's bracelet, which means he also knew Luna was dead. Is that what you're getting at?
Exactly. If you didn't know she was dead, you would never have said that. The moment Kay suggested we go through the doors, he would have brought it up. That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna? But he didn't even mention that. Like, he didn't expect her to be there. Why would he do that? I can only think of 2 reasons. One, that when Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead. Or 2, he killed Luna himself. Hello, anime boy, how are you? You guys are all amazing. The second one doesn't seem likely though. If Dio had killed Luna, he probably would have made a point to hide that. I'm guessing he probably would have asked where she was. Where's Luna? Ziggler and Fry won't be able to get through the White Doors without her. He seems like the kind of guy who would go out of his way to foreign ignorance of a crime he committed. In this case though, he said nothing. That doesn't clear him, of course, but it does make it a lot less likely that he was the killer. Just like in the UK. If he wasn't the killer, then we're left with only one other option.
When Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Yeah, that's how I see it. ...
Interesting. That's pretty much what I thought too. And it does seem like Clover had a motive.
You mean what Alice
Yes.
did?
The movement of the A-B rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off. Or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
Dot, 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 dot. When did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door, she would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it.
Dot, 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 dot.
Anyway, this is all just a theory, right?
Okay, theory.
We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Yeah, I know. Oh, there was one last thing. Was there any other footage that showed anything?
No, nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went.
It was a bit sunny today here, but it's just very cold.
And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So Zerathina's identity.
Still unknown.
Okay, well let's go find Clover. I guess we're not going to know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth. Dot dot. Dot dot. Dot dot.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
Dot dot. Dot dot. Dot dot. She is. She has to be. Dot dot. Dot dot. Dot dot.
I sure hope so.
Dot dot. Oh, a couple of days ago we had horrible winds. Absolutely horrible. Woke me up in the night a couple of times. Dot dot. Dot dot. No one's here.
Yeah.
Dot dot.
Alright, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Yeah.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll take 3 and 4.
Oh, got it. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, and it's not them anymore. Just this strange cold shell, and every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there poisoning you. I turned and left the room. I know, it's sad.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same, nobody in there. Except Alice and Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong?
Oh, she went
You
really
need
close.
to get it together. What are we doing right now?
Looking for the other.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right. If I turned and headed for the door at the far end, I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. Infirmary. First thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up my throat. The lead ball turned to ice and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it in the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they was just sleeping. The cool wind fell on my skin, under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I still could see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take a long deep breath. Finally I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot. The
What?
security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
You have to find out. Yeah, I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped here when the doors closed.
Look,
Why?
see the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
So, you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
That's a cut on Temiuchi's left hand. It looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been a deep one.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal. I don't think he died from this cut.
The penalty. Probably the primary doors closed. They couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated and...
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubocurarine must have killed them.
Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. Someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them. They didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
Did you find something?
Yeah.
I bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. A cyan bracelet. It was Quark.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quark's bracelet's here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
No, this can't be happening. Not
Hey,
Quark.
Sigma. Calm down. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead. In
But-
fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope. Yeah.
Ray of hope.
If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Zero Junior told us they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Great, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Junior said the door, number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead, huh? You need to think positive, Sigma. Reality is what we believe it to be.
Huh? Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough! ... Quark is definitely alive. He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't. I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed. ...
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Temioji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Phi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. ... What are you doing?
Examining their bodies. Tenmyoji first.
Why?
Clues
What kind of
to
clues?
who might have killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killer saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
With Quark's bracelet, Clover and Temioji would have been able to go through the white doors. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything. I should have found something.
What?
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
Do you think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Phi knelt down next to Clover. As she spoke, she began gingerly examining her corpse. Then, after a moment, I saw her hand stop.
Look. See your thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
it's written in blood. It must be Temioji's.
It says 016.
Does that
Hang on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016. I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use. Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the killer. She must have written them after she got hit with the Soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
Maybe, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No. There's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
Damn it. This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what about the old woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AB rooms makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in the handkerchief. And of course now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? The footage from the security has with Dio's behaviour makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. We don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Phi, give me something, anything. A clue, a hint. Come on, you've got to have something. ...
The luminol.
Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
So they could test for blood.
What would they need to do in order to do that?
Sorry, MB. They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to
That's
test.
it?
No, wait, you're right. Lumino reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint.
So?
So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean ... The rec room. Phi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. Chocolate rain. Rec room. Dot 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 dot. Everything in my head ground to a halt, even after I'd seen a room full of corpses, had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think, was laughter in this situation a defense response designed to protect the brain from constant emotion bombardment? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death, but when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Let's say that two species of animal come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, species A is eliminated and only species B manages to survive. This process is natural selection, has been repeated for thousands, no millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fit into ecstasy. Dot, 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 dot. I guess this means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself that there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've already refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There is no 10th person. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
You're being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
Alright then. Are you saying you killed them?
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Faye and I hadn't been out of each other's sight. We'd gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved puzzles, all of it together. Dot, 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 dot. No, wait. There had been one time. One time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office where I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. If she round trip took about a minute and she killed them in 4 minutes, then the whole thing would have taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast forwarded. Probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been out like that? It must have been only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where has something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Dot, 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 dot. Hey, what you doing there, Fi?
Checking their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah. 2 things, actually. Take a look at this.
A knife!
Yeah.
There's something engraved on the blade, too. Mimridons. Is that the name of the manufacturer?
Dunno. It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
I think I've heard those numbers before.
Like, wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
Right, well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound.
Okay, chomp, bye.
Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom, and wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is. In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So, if they match, then that means this knife would be used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it?
He must have... gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I mean is, why'd he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had the knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So, Dio took it from her and stabbed her. Dot, dot. If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later. ...
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found two things. There was the knife and... this.
Hey, this is that key.
What do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it just in case.
So, Alice should have had this, right?
Yeah.
And now Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man. You couldn't figure it out from the shape?
What do you
Get
mean?
over here. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh yeah, so that's it. It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, I shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But...
It's no good. Can't get it open.
why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open. But with this axe in here...
You're saying it shorted the suit out or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
Do you think Dio knew when he took it?
I wonder... ...
So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah. No way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look,
What is that?
a spray bottle with luminol in it.
That's the one Tamiyoji had.
Yeah,
Then, does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
we don't know yet. Kay might
Why
have
not?
taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this. Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for lemon reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. Alright, do it.
Done.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But why?
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Who's blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though. See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
Then that leaves the old woman, Alice, and Tamiyoji.
Right.
Do you remember what Tamiyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Tamiyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know. Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Then who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps? After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of Species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio...
All
then...
of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible.
Quark.
Quark? Quark opened a gate?
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
I know, I'm coming. Damn it, there's no one here. Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know. How the hell did Quark open an AV gate anyway? Without Star Key, he shouldn't have been able to get it. Oh.
You must have taken one from Dio or Kay before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door. Remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a Star Key just like we did.
But we did find one when you searched them.
Right.
Well, maybe Quark's a suspect after all that. We shouldn't write him off as a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an axe.
That's impossible. You're being an idiot. It's much more likely he found the key card after they died.
Oh. Alright, let's go find him.
Any ideas where to look?
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
Do you know something I don't? Ah, the room Dio and Kay investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
Of course. Besides, Quark might be there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. The door says director's office.
Probably belongs to the director.
I hope it has one of those chairs.
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say director on the back. I've always wanted to sit on one and say, like, action or cut or double decaf soy latte now.
And that's what you think we'll find in there?
Yeah? Aren't you excited?
Well, there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Yeah, what if Siricina was in there waiting for
That
us?
would make things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
Right. Okay, I'm
You
going to
don't
open it.
need to keep asking me if...
Huh?
There's no one here.
Dot, 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 dot. That computer's been turned on.
Yeah. Maybe Dio and Kay did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion. A
It's
sun?
dot, 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 dot. It has a couple input fields for user ID.
We
and
probably
password.
can't use it unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, just as I thought.
Dot, 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 dot.
Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. See if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
510 headed off towards a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting... Memento mori, if the night flying ate the sun. Remember death, if the night flying ate the sun. Could this be the night flying? Then maybe... Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember. Okay, I don't think I actually managed to grab the password for this, but I'm gonna quickly look it up because you're meant to have done a certain route to get the password and ID for this. A minute. Password is password. This is not spoilers for me because I know. Hold on. typed that other one wrong. Oh, I keep putting the wrong one in. So we can actually continue this. Dot 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 dot. Fly. Come over here.
What's wrong?
I got in.
What? How did you figure out the login?
I don't know. I just knew it.
What the hell do you mean you just knew it?
I just knew it means I just knew it. You gave me the same line when I asked you how you knew my name.
Why are you bringing that up? It doesn't have anything to do with this.
You sure? It might. Dot dot.
What? I don't...
Look, just forget about it. Come take a look at it.
Sure. Fine. Just let me get right on that. Are you out of your damn mind? Tell me what the hell is going on here? Why do you know how to log into this computer?
Are you even listening to me? We continued to yell at one another for several more minutes, but no matter what Fi asked me, I could never come up with an answer that satisfied her. Eventually, she seemed to give up.
Fine.
Just gonna quickly save. One second, guys.
You still don't make any sense, but I don't think you're lying.
Damn right I'm
And
not.
the AB game deadline isn't getting any further away. All right, let's see what this thing has for us. Where are we supposed to start? Looks like there's tons of stuff in here.
Dot dot.
Oh, can you tell me the ID that you put in? I can try searching for that. Maybe we'll get a hit.
I gave her what she asked for. Her search returned several files. After examining them for a moment, I opened one. Golem unit details. Are these product specifications for a golem?
Looks like it.
So, what is this, a golem?
Don't ask me. You seem to know more about all this than I do. Fine, whatever. Just read the file. Maybe it'll make more sense. Let's see here.
Luna.
Yeah.
Was there a picture of Luna in this file?
There's something written underneath it. It says, appearance after application of ABT.
ABT. ABT.
It's this special artificial biological tissue, what's called ABT. When a golem's all new and shiny, they've got a nice suit of ABT over that metal skeleton. Makes us look right human, it does. Even feels like real skin, with pores, a little bit of hair, and a few pimples, scars and the like. Truth to tell, I doubt you'd be able to tell the real from the fake, even if it was right in front of you. See, right in the middle of it.
I see. Luna was a golem, and DML016 was her product ID.
That must have been what Golem was trying to tell us when he was stopped. But why? Why would Luna be in the game?
I don't know how autonomous she really is, but I find it hard to believe she would have come here of her own free will.
So you're saying she was sent here by Zero Senior?
Probably. Look. At the bottom of the screen, it shows her current status.
Currently operational. Executing special mission. You think her special mission is to participate in the game?
Probably.
So why did Zero Senior want a robot as a participant? ... You think maybe it was to supervise the rest of us? Maybe if something unexpected happened, she was supposed to correct it or something?
What if it was some kind of Voight-Kampff test?
Oh,
It's from an old book. A test to see how human she was. Whether or not 8 people would be able to figure out she was a robot. That might almost explain the whole game, actually. Making us solve puzzles and play the AB game. All of those things could have been designed to give us a chance to see her true nature.
So it's kind of like the Chinese.
Yeah. Luna is the girl locked in the room, and the 8 of us are the people outside it. Well, like I always say,
It's just a possibility, right?
All what matters is if the person next to you does what a human ought to. Looks like a person, acts like a person, and talks like a person, then it's probably a person.
When did you figure it out? That she was a golem, I mean.
right now. I didn't know until I saw this stuff.
You're lying. When I told you about what happened with Golem in the pantry, you said something about how this game might be sort of like the Chinese.
I don't know why I said that. It just felt like it made sense.
Like you just knew it.
Yeah. ... Look, forget about that. See Luna's status?
Yeah, it says the same thing it did a minute ago. Currently operational. Executing special mission. Whoa, wait, what the hell? Luna's
You think robots die? She was only injected with muscle relaxant. ...
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Of course, Luna's the one who opened the AB gate.
That might not be the only thing she did. Look, what are the last 3 digits of her product ID? And where have we seen that before?
No, I don't believe it. Are you saying it was Luna who handcuffed Clover and Tenioji?
We should go check her body. You remember where it is?
The crew quarters, of course, I remember. You were right.
Yeah.
Why? Why would Luna?
And I trust him.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Let's go. The game hasn't stopped. If we don't vote, we're going to get penalized.
Right, off we go then. Now, question is, do we vote betray or ally? To be honest, I'm going to do both options, because I think I will be able to do defending.
Invalid hair detected. Please retry with valid partner.
Oh yeah, forgot about this thing.
Right. Luna's bracelet.
Yeah, with her bracelet, there's 3 in this room. I stepped outside and set Luna's bracelet down, then headed back into the AV room.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button.
Yeah,
You
go
ready?
ahead. Wait! Sigma!
Huh? Luna! Betray the golem.
1 minute remains until Amberdex game polling closes.
Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna
She's
here?
probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How's she gonna vote?
Betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP, right?
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now. Have you totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing this?
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until Amberdex game polling closes.
Oh, well done, Heaven.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I trust him.
2, 1. Round 3 of the Amberdex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Amberdex gates now opening.
Luna! Where's Luna? I leapt out the door and ran toward the AV room. I thought she entered, but... she's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... there it was. No, she didn't take
That doesn't make sense. Why would she show up just when we're about to vote? There was no reason for her to come here if she was just going to default.
Results from round 3 of the Amberdex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, the
Yeah.
result.
Let's go have a look.
Death.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Look at all those skulls.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. And the other 6 got penalized.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. Parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote.
5 of them are dead already, and Quark's bracelet is off.
That means all those penalties are meaningless.
Yeah.
We still don't know why Luna showed up though. There's no reason to come here, just to abstain.
I can only guess at her reasons, but I'm sure it was part of some plan.
Plan
Who
for
knows? So what do we do now? Whatever Luna's scheming, we still managed to get 9 BP. Do you want to leave?
what? No, we can't. We still don't know if Quark is safe. No way am I leaving before we find him.
I agree. I hoped you'd say that.
So, are you going to stay?
Of course. Let's get moving.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Shit, he's not here
This is the
either.
last room. Well, the last room we can get into.
And we haven't seen Luna either.
Yeah.
Where the hell did she go? We were standing here trying to decide what to do when we heard a familiar voice echo through the vicinity.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
No,
What?
that's not possible.
What? It's not possible. But she only bit her lip and said nothing. Then all too soon it was over.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
Oh, thank you. What? What just happened? It's all over now, isn't it? We're stuck here forever?
We should go back to the Floor A warehouse. I need to know if the door actually opened or not.
With that, she was off. Yeah. With a sigh, I turned to follow. You can't just look at the door and tell if it's open or not.
True, but the projection should tell us.
What? Luna and Quark escaped?
So it would seem.
Why? How? Almost if on cue, the screen flickered. And Zero Jr. appeared.
Well, well, well! Long time no Zero! Remember your old pal Zero?
You!
I'm guessing somebody's hoping for an explanation about what the diddly-o just happened. Because we're such great friends, I decided to make an exception and descend from on high to give you the 4-1 run. Aren't you, Oppie?
So what's this explanation you've got?
Well, let's start with little Quark. He was given an anesthetic that put him to sleep. While he was out, Luna carried him through to the other side of the number 9 door.
But how did she open the door?
With Quark's bracelet, you silly bunny. It was still in the infirmary. Remember? Luna just hopped over there and picked it up.
So I was right. Quark had 9 BP when the second round ended.
Yup.
But didn't he get penalized after the third round?
Yes, he did. But a penalty can't take away your points. Just your life. The needles popped out and so on, but the points stayed the same.
So Luna took Quark to the door.
And since her bracelet was already off, she wouldn't have suffered the penalty.
No. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Oh, right. She's a golem.
Alright, I think my tape is through.
Okay, well, I've got some questions for you, Buddy.
Not you.
Well, good thing you guys don't have questions for me. That guy's a jerk.
This isn't the alphabet.
You must be feeling pretty good if you're able to joke around like that. I mean, 6 people just died here.
It's not really a big deal. That's just how you humans are, after all. So, as long as you make it, nothing else matters. Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
Don't screw with us!
It's cool. It's cool. I know you gotta act tough. I mean, you chose betray. That means you don't trust Luna, right? Figures? She's a golem. She might even be a murderer. That's why you were planning to leave her here and bone out, wasn't it? You see, it's all about you. Haven't you thought about how sad you've made Luna?
What?
Well, looks like my time here's just about all used up.
Wait, I still have questions
No, I won't wait. I don't like waiting. I waited once. Some half-witted reptile got the better of me because of it. After that, I learned to make sure to value my time.
Tortoise and the hare.
Alrighty then. I'll see you when I see ya. Have a nice trader.
For a few long moments, Fire and I just stared at the spot on the wall where Zero had disappeared. Where had Quark been? Who had given him an anesthetic? And why? We had no idea who killed everyone. And Zero-Sean's identity, as well as the purpose of the nunnery game, remained a mystery. As for our futures, what are we supposed to do now? I hadn't meant to say the words out loud, but there they were.
The tortoise won because he kept going even when it looked hopeless. I think we should do the same. We've got plenty of time after all. We'll give the dead the closest thing to a funeral we can manage. And when that's done, we'll start looking. Even if I never leave this place, I'll figure out why we were here. I swear it.
I looked at the fire in her eyes and nodded. If nothing else, at least we had a purpose.
Game over.
Right, we're gonna do ally now.
Two minutes remain until polling closes.
Alright, I'll go ahead and hit the start button.
Yeah, go ahead. Wait! Sigma!
Huh? Luna.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Wait. What the hell is going on? Why is Luna...
She's probably planning on participating in the game.
You mean she's gonna take the bracelet and go into one of the other rooms?
Yeah.
How's she going to go?
Betray. I'm sure of it. Why else would she have come here? If she wanted to vote ally, she could have just waited for the deadline to pass.
She's got 7 BP.
Yeah. Why are you asking, though? Her BP doesn't matter right now. Have you totally lost it? She doesn't have her bracelet on. And besides, she's a golem. She isn't trying to get out. Whether she has 9 BP or not doesn't mean anything to her.
Then why is she doing...
Isn't that obvious? She wants to keep our BP below 9. Say she defaulted to ally. We could choose whatever we wanted, and we'd still get 9 BP. She's here to make sure that doesn't happen.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And I trust him.
2, 1. Round 3 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Hey, Sigma! Are you insane? Why the hell did you choose ally?
Wait, we can talk about that later. Right now. She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
There it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't vote.
Then she let the system vote ally for her?
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right. The results.
Yeah. Let's go have a look.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically, and the other 6 got penalized. Here are some OAB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. Then again, 500 votes. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah. That means all those penalties are meaningless. Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright, what do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
And Luna too.
Luna.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 4 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Fi and I checked our braces out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair, just like before, but Fi had changed to a red solo. It didn't really matter though. Both our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright, Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed her on her heels.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you. There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but only one opened. But it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. Ollie, this is that room. Just want to give you a heads up. That room.
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
What? Mint pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly realised I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left, is it being used?
The glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it
Yeah.
open. Dot, 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 dot. Quark! Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic, which had put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too? Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay. There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
But
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh? And what's that the same number as?
the last 3 digits of Luna's product.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core. That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi you might have for not being able to move the crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive, but look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer? Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here. The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure a human being, or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Okay, you're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. That's what you always say.
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
Heavy labor room, number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit a body with fire slid through it. I followed her, the corpse still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform like the kind used to move industrial cargo. I turned to face him, and I shoved the corpse into a line.
Huh?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking? Get back here!
Sorry, Fi. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No! You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I had no regrets. In fact, with Firecork's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Alright, time to go. Luna's waiting. Luna, I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Alright, we haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history? I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
Alright. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splattered all up to the elbow, except for a strike on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splattered on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the Luna. That meant Dio's bracelet had to come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he's back.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the Luna, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me, I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules of theft? The truth is the truth. Let's say the instant P happens, and after that, the timeline splits into timeline A and timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory on timeline A on information I found in timeline B. After all, A and B both come from the same place. If you trace the history of both timelines, you end up back at instant P. Now, if I could change what happened at instant P by visiting timeline A or B, then yes, this would be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking through pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of casualty. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the nonary game. Somehow, he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up at Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I had a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it nicely which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, but I don't know how he did it either. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse of floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AV rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AV room and came out on her own. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife up after the handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is, he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the rightmost AV room and its neighbour. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AV room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This door does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. There won't be anyone left. I'd rather die here.
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife that she found in the warehouse after the AV room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. Next are Clover and Temioji. The first question is, who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is in the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it though, it doesn't make sense. Clover's left hand is in the handcuffs. That means she would have to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like it would be really hard to do that, you know? Why not use your left thigh? Thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together and the message got transferred on the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 016. She was trying to write Dio. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. Now, about Kay and Dio, I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminum. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. You wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the light off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is, he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned the switch to switch the light off, but Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Peter. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies, none of them your fault.
Sigma, I'm glad you don't think I did it, but all of your theories are just, well, theories. Like Alice committing suicide. How can you be sure? Say she was infected with Radical 6. She could have been murdered before her symptoms even began to present themselves. As for Clover and Tenmyoji, I could easily have killed them. You don't have any proof that Clover's message was mirrored like you say, or even that it was supposed to refer to Dio. Even if it did, that's not conclusive evidence of his guilt. The same goes for Kay and Dio. I could have killed them both. Why do you trust me so much? I'm a machine. I'm part of this place. How can you trust a machine?
That's why I trust you.
What?
I trust you because you're a robot. Your robotness is just one more reason you can't be the killer. Well, 3 more reasons.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being, although inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. Sigma.
Hello, Maelstrom. How are you? Luna, I have to ask you. Can you tell me, well, everything you know? Your mind is in the central server. You should know everything that's happened. There was a long pause. Luna stood up and walked deeper into the garden. I followed her in silence. Eventually we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down and just like last time, I lowered myself down beside her.
You were right. I didn't kill them. How should I explain? Well, actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door. Since the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise.
I already know about him. You should ask Ali how he found Golem.
Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way.
But why?
Because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Right now, let's just focus on the murders, okay? Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed. His first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms.
He's a dick, and he spells with B-O. 5th and 6th.
Counting from the left in their original placement.
In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the one next to it would be the 5th.
Right. After that, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off. Zero Jr. had powered me down. My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero controls everything, then he was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane.
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me. Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in.
Why did you do that?
Because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final stage of the project begins in 2 hours. This will be the culmination of many years of hard work. We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the Nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must. An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already, correct?
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this.
No more going into detail into Dio, please. I don't want any more spoilers about him.
We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern is to follow your orders.
But...
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say. You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
Yes.
Good. Now, I have one final order.
Another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them.
You haven't spoiled anything, just don't go into more detail about him, please.
Where?
To the room you are about to enter. The 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, We need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes. After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to.
Okay.
As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated.
See you there, Master.
But since my brain is in the main computer, I was still awake, so I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes, it was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her. When she'd said she had one final order for me, I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
I think I understand. Everything you did because you'd been ordered to.
Yes.
And it was the old woman who gave you those orders. Then it was she, Zero Sumo.
No.
What? But if she gave you the orders...
She did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
Then... someone
Yes.
else? And that person was Zero Sumo.
Yes. They worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose, technically, my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Jr., too. I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me. I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually we'd figure out about the rooms had been moved, and that she was in your room.
Then, maybe they wanted the opposite. Maybe they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make any sense either. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room?
You're right. Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of me.
You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
So, they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there?
Yes, I think so.
But how could they know that?
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved. Which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life. Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet. So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Wait, you were listening to us in the security office?
Yes. That wasn't all I was listening to, though. I know everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security cameras?
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes. I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes. It wasn't just Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman, and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your order?
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun. I tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course, while we were fighting over it.
Whoa, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight? I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything.
You mean because I'm a golem? One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
That's why you died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No. I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders, too. So to make it look like I had died, he turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me. She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes.
That uses an electric shock to restart the heart, right?
Correct.
So that was why she ran.
Yes.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio. Yes. I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by?
Yes. I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. But he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
At 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I bet.
It didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't be able to get through the secondary door.
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. Fry had already taken it by then.
Yes, but there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did you want the knife? Was it to use it for self-defense?
No, I don't think so. I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Mirinda.
Yes.
What does that mean?
It's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it? Like a club or something?
I don't think so.
Well, what is it?
I don't really know. I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here to try and stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean that he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
Damn it, this is ridiculous. I guess the enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Yeah, keep going. See if she had anything useful. That was where he found the key to Kay's suit. He didn't seem to have any particular reason for taking it, at least as far as Luna could tell. At 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Dio didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they were done to
The
fight.
fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up.
Dio, what the hell are you doing?
None of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile little shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch!
He let out a yell and leapt toward Dio. The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with the knife. Tamuji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged close, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away. But Dio was much younger and stronger man, and the wound Tamioji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favours. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Tamioji collapsed to the floor.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this? How cute. You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you going to beat us to death or something?
No. Nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, 5K, right?
Yes, you were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yeah. Kay had told us about you. We've also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd know what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
Then the anesthetic, right?
Yes, almost immediately they started to feel sleepy. I think that's when Clover realized she was definitely going to die. That was when she decided to leave her message. Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes. As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with aluminum, and then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Dio mortally wounded him, but didn't kill him. So Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. And I guess that's when we found them.
Yes.
When did Kay get the aluminum?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, they headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Dio expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
And that was when he found the aluminum.
Right. That's everything that happened. Do you have any questions?
Well, what do you think? There's a bear shit in the woods? Well, the first thing is Cork's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
But when did Tenmyoji have Cork's bracelet?
I told him where it was. Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah, when he sprayed us with aluminum, right? Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji. The center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes.
Where Quark was sleeping.
Right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes. The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off.
How?
Aluminum foil.
What? You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching.
Wait, so you're telling me that the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves from your heart sends out?
Yes. All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And then the bracelet thinks your heart stopped?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was that easy all along?
Anyway, I used some aluminum foil to get Quark's bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait, why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
When did you do
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
that? So you carried him to the treatment pod.
Yes.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment door?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero.
That's right.
He deactivated your body too, right? Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them. Of course it does.
Tell you what?
Isn't that honest? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens with you has something to do with it. So why were we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
And why were we supposed to play the nonary game?
That was part of the project.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that. It was a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would have happened if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally killed me.
Then what?
I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tamiuchi died for this project?
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the two... that word that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing those bracelets because of the nunnery game. If the nunnery game was part of the project, then that's one more way it killed them.
I guess. If you want to look at it that way.
Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because Dio killed the old woman. He was worried about getting caught, so he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
Then if Dio had killed the old lady, what happened in the rec room would never have taken place, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
Six people died here. 4 of them were murdered, one way or another, by Dio. At first, that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they are dead for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, was the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Please, Luna, tell me, what is this project about? Who is that? Who is the old woman? Who is Zero?
Sigma. Would you hug me?
What? Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face in my chest. My arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go. I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which had suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her hair. Huh? Hey Luna, what the hell is going on?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber. But after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you? This is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could.
You believed in me this whole time. Even though I look like this?
Of course. I trust you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. You feel so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have. Do you remember what you asked me earlier? About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr., and I hacked it.
What?
Yes, that was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I had really wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kei and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself, and I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad. Golems who don't follow orders can become dangerous, so we're terminated if we disobey. You lose access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Wait, are you saying...
Yes. Very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserved this.
No. No, you don't. Even if you had done something, you would have been killed anyway. You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma. Thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna, it's going to be okay. I'm not going to let them do this. You're going to be fine, I promise. I think Tom's giving you a hug, Ali. Just don't.
I'm sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
Luna.
Thank you, Sigma. And goodbye, Doctor.
Doctor? But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her slip away. With one last quiet chime, the music box wound down. I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. And that is one of the endings done. And And yeah, she's definitely one of the best characters in the series. Well, you found out quite a bunch of stuff from that. Oh, trust me. There's so many other sad endings as well. This series loves to mess with your feels so badly. I know, I actually did cry when I first played this and did this ending. I was just, whoa! Just whoa. Yeah. I'm just saying we've still got to do 8 more endings. So technically 7 more because the ninth one will be the true ending, obviously. I love this series though, it's such a good series. I am going to try about ordering the 3rd game for PS4 sometime at the end of next week. Yeah. I kind of not sure if I should have done this ending first, because I didn't know if it was going to let me do this ending. Lunar End. So it's the first Tears in the Rain trophy. Oh gosh. Not today, I don't think. Anyway, we've got 1 out of 9 endings. Let's have a look. Right, so we've done Luna's ending. I don't think we can do... We can't... I don't know if we can still do this one yet. I still got half an hour, so I can stream a little bit longer. I'll see if we can sort of break into this one finally, because I know we finally found out some stuff, so it might allow us to let's see if it... I don't really count Xion dying. She just goes back to Sora. She's within Sora. The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No, why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle, and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then, at last, I pressed my fingers to her neck, and these hopes were dashed. It is sad. best kind of games have sad parts in them. No, it's not true. Why? Then I noticed it. All the blood must have distracted me. Judging by the position its hand in, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a simple twinge of pain in my chest and my stomach lurched. I don't know if it's going to allow me to do this ending yet, or try to attempt to do this route to this ending.
Something! Answer me!
Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed.
Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover, don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards! You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7...
Clover!
6, 5...
Clover!
3, 2,
1... Okay, we still can't do this one yet. Sorry to disappoint you guys. I still need to get more information. Right. Okay. Okay. There's this route. It could take next. I'm not doing this till later. I do think this is a good place to end, to be honest. We found out a lot today. Especially some people. So I will continue this tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anything you want to say before I end it? So, we still got all this to do. All this. Was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all 9 of these are to do with the 9 different routes. So this is Tomioji's, I believe. No, this is far from over. Yeah, probably about that much. Yeah, loads of fields. Loads more information to come. Alright then, I'm going to end it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay amazing. You're all amazing. Bye.